Thank you all for taking the time to watch my video. I will be trying to make it short as possible. So I was reading the chapter 4 of Genesis chapter 4, regarding Cain and Abel. Cain was Adam and Eve's first child, and then they had Abel. Cain was the one that worked the land, grew fruits and stuff, and Abel was the one that tended the sheep. So they will bring offerings, to God. So God favored Abel. I'm giving a short version, because Abel gave his best. He was pleased with his life, what God has done for him, and whatever he got, he gave his best. Cain, he gave his leftovers, and God was displeased with that. And of course, Cain was angry, he was jealous. Now remember, sin doesn't come first. What comes is the wrong emotion, being angry, being upset, being if we're not careful with our emotion. I mean, we're human, right? We have emotion, but if we're not careful, it will lead us to sin. And God warned them that sin desires to take them, and that's what happened. Uh, Cain killed his baby brother Abel. Killed him. The reason why he killed him was because he was jealous. He was jealous that God favored over him. And my point of this is that it hit me, and I hope it can hit you, is how when you worship God, when you praise God, when you give your best, when you give your first to God and let him know that he's number one, and he knows it deeply in your heart that you're doing it, giving with the gratitude, it's like a fragrance for him. He doesn't need money. He doesn't need gifts. But if you're giving your best, to him it's like a fragrance. It's a blessing. So Cain killed off God's blessing. And so God cursed Cain for what he did. It was wrong, and Abel's blood was calling out to God. How many times, metaphorically, I'm just gonna say it, how many times have we killed off God's blessing? How many times have we disrupted someone's walk because we were jealous and made their life a little bit difficult? I'm just talking about myself. I have done things that I'm not very proud of. But how many times have we done it? How many times are we going to continue doing it? It says in the Bible to do well. God told Cain to do well, or you're going to fall into sin. So I say it like this: do not rob your blessings. Do not kill off what pleases God. Just because you don't want to go to church, or you don't want to help out, or you're giving with a bad intention or bad attitude, it leads to sin. It's going to lead to sin. Always be mindful of what we say. I know I have a heavy tongue, and I say things that hurt people, and I always ask them to please forgive me. I don't want to be that person no more. I don't want to be that person that says things, that does things to rob people from their blessing, because Cain robbed Abel. He took his life. Physically, he took his life. And sometimes we can take someone's joy, and that affects God. But I just want to share that real quick. It's almost 5 minutes. I'm trying to make my video short because I know some people work and it takes up a lot of time. But I just want to share that with you guys. Stay blessed, and remember to please God. Be happy and take care.